Manspreading is the act of, you know, letting your dogs breathe. Every man has 2 dogs, and, you know, you just gotta let them breathe. So, hopefully, this Joe Rogan manspreading video has any explanation, you know, to why we do it.
I feel like I read this, I don't know if I did or not, that men, their natural, the way their legs sit in their hips, it's natural for their legs to splay out.
Yeah, I mean,
whereas
like, how
women,
wide are you
hips
going?
Built differently.
That's probably true.
Wait, when you spread your knees apart, how wide are we talking about here? 180 degrees?
Here it goes. The overall width of the pelvis is relatively greater in females, and the angle of the femoral neck is more acute.
That's right.
These factors could play a role in making a position of sitting with the knees close together less comfortable in men. Aha!
What if you're just packing, dude? Like, what? So, women try manspreading for a week. Let's see how that goes.
I don't want my balls sticking to my legs.
It doesn't look natural.
I kind of secretly hope to annoy some men.
Well, I think it's depending on how obvious you make it. It needs to look natural.
I just feel like a monster already. How can you do this every day without being conscious of it?
I think whenever a woman takes up space, she's considered bossy, she's considered aggressive. There are a lot of stereotypes surrounding black women and whether or not we're angry or we're dominant. And so maybe a lot of the reasons why I do minimalize my presence is because I don't want to be perceived or engage with those stereotypes.
It doesn't look natural.
I just got my nails done and I manspread during my entire manicure and nobody really seemed to notice. I'm not sure if it was because
no one
all
cares.
women and we were just
because literally no one cares.
What,
absolutely, kind of awesome. Absolutely 0 people care.
Women are expected to be quiet, small, and almost invisible, whereas men can be these boisterous slobs and it's all good.
Today
I don't know, man.
Instead of feeling the confidence that I've kind of been feeling the rest of the week, I started to feel a little guilty. While I was sitting there taking up 2 seats, a guy came up to sit next to me, and instead of moving over like I normally would, I kind of just had to sit there with my legs out, and instead of saying something to me, he just sat on the edge of the seat the entire time.
So I've come across another person, quote unquote, manspreading, but wait, they identify as female. Women can take up space as well?
Even though I'm a confident person, I tend to make myself small even when the situation doesn't call for it. And I kind of felt uncomfortable manspreading even though there was no one around me.
I've not enjoyed this week at all. The very first day where a group of people came on, they were going to a game and they were all desperate for a seat and I was taking up 3 seats and they started talking about personal space. All their eyes were just on me and they were mostly women.
Okay, all right. Now, that is rude, right? That is rude to do. I feel like when guys do it, they do it like unconsciously. Like, they're not trying to be rude. They notice, like, you know, if there's a group of people, or at least for me, like when I'm doing this and I see a group of people, you know, and I'm taking up like a seat or 2, you know, I immediately like shift. Like, I think this is just rude.
Dudes, I would have been like, yeah.
I thought that manspreading would kind of give me this air of disregard because I thought that I worried too much about what people think, and I've realized that I worry just enough. You should be concerned with whether or not the people around you are comfortable because that means you're a good community member.
My favorite part of this exercise was easily when I got to sit next to men who were taking up way too much space and just forcefully work my way into the seat and without words say, hey, I deserve to sit here.
To be forced to manspread really showed me how up your own ass you have to be as a person to not be conscious of those around you.
To the man that's taking up too much space on a bus, on the plane, on the bench, we see you. You don't need that much room. To the young women out there, I say you should definitely be aware of your surroundings. If there's something that you want,
I say be aware, but like I feel like they're not addressing the elephant in the room here. We have different things in between our legs, right? We have we have things that take up space in between our legs. We confronted manspreaders on the subway. Let's see how bad this is.
Are you familiar
term manspreading?
Manspreading? Never heard of it before in my life.
I think that's probably because we made it up.
Manspreading?
Manspreading. Okay, so it's a phenomenon we've noticed. Men tend to sit with their legs much wider than women do.
Look on his face is like,
a lot of the time it takes up,
you
like,
gotta
a
be
whole lot of
kidding me.
space. And you're not taking up a ton of space, but you're taking up a little bit of space. Have you noticed?
No, I didn't.
What, have you heard the term manspreading?
No, but is that why you asked me? Was I doing it?
It could be construed as a manspread.
Well, it's not too crowded. If it was like super crowded, I would probably constrict.
We have no choice to have our legs like that. You know what I mean?
I do.
You feel me? So yeah, so it's different for a woman.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It
You
is.
know? So yeah, of course, man. If you notice, every man on the train has their legs wide open. Am I correct?
You are.
But you have to.
Have I ever thought
He's not
that I
wrong,
take up
though.
my space? Not really. But maybe now I am.
Literally
feel
as
like
we
you are
speak,
manspreading?
underneath this desk. Let's read some of the comments here. Let's. Men sitting comfortably, feminists. Now this is Avengers level threat. I've been a victim of manspreading. No weaker words have ever been spoken.